I didn't hear you come in. Welcome to another episode of Sticky Stories. Tonight, got a rhetorical question for you. Have you ever heard the story of Broke Dick Nick? I guarantee you haven't. I guarantee it. It's a story that's close to me, so I like to tell it to literally every single new hire I meet at my job. It's a great way to break the ice. So, over the years, I've told this story enough times that there is a bit of a preamble. You see, before I tell the tale of Broke Dick Nick, you need to understand where this man's mindset is a little bit, where his priorities lie, if you will. Because once I tell the tale of Broke Dick Nick, you're gonna ask why. On so many different levels. Why did he do this? Why didn't he go to the hospital? Why did he even start? Again, this brings back to priorities. And to start off the story of his priorities, we have to go back to Nick's high school days. Now, imagine, if you will, that you're a virgin at a barbecue, and all of your friends have been talking you up to this one chick all night, and eventually she gives in and decides that she'll do one sexual act with you. No matter how disgusting, no matter what it is, she's down to do one sexual act. Now, being a virgin, you would immediately think, hey, let me get my dick wet. But no, that's not where Nick's priorities are at. Not at all. No, Nick's priorities are thus. Hey baby, let me eat a bottle of hot sauce out of your ass. Now, everybody thought he was joking, of course, but she says okay. Because, you know, that'll get them away from everyone else. And he grabs the bottle of hot sauce off the table and they leave the barbecue and go into the garage. Now, I bet you're wondering how this works. Quite simple, really. She takes off her pants and has her sit down on the bottle of hot sauce, much like a plug. He then gets her to do a handstand and yanks the bottle of hot sauce straight out in a volcano-esque fashion, and it just erupts, and he goes to town, just... You know what I'm saying? Some gross stuff. And, you know, they do the do, and, he comes out of the garage, and he's doing his twinkle thing. If you ever seen Nick twinkle, look something like this. So, imagine that, but with hot sauce dripping down the face. And she cleans herself up, and nobody believes him, of course. She comes out to the rest of the group, and of course she's very disgruntled. I'd be disgruntled too, if my asshole was burning with Tabasco sauce. And she confirms it. It's true. He did the do. And we're just gonna leave that story right there, because that is where his priorities lie. And now that you understand where his priorities are at, the actual story of Broke Dick Nick will make a little more sense to you. So, it's one day after school, it's a Friday, he's just gotten home, and on this day, Nick's feeling particularly randy. So he decides to queue up his favorite pornography online and pulls his pants off and gets to business. Now, I don't feel like I should have to explain to you the physical mechanics of how a man masturbates. You could look that up if you want, but let's be real. You already know what's. Nick, on the other hand, doesn't know what's good, for he does not do it like that. It's a special style he calls longboard. It's where he takes off his pants and gets down and does push-ups on the ground, allowing his dick to glide along the hard wood in order to achieve maximum friction. Well, like I said, he's feeling particularly randy on this day. So he starts going hard, really hard. And at one point, instead of sliding, it just... and all of his body weight goes down onto it, and it snaps. I mean, the hot dog popped the casing. I mean, the beef fell out of the burrito. I mean, semen, blood, all over the fucking place. It is a goddamn mess. Alright, like, you put a hot dog in the microwave and you nuke it until it fucking pops open. Imagine that, but with red and white. That's what we're working with here. Now, this brings us back to the story of priorities. Because if that were to happen to you, I am sure your first priority would be, oh my god, I'm going to the hospital. No, that's not where Nick's priorities are at. No, what he does is he leaves it alone. He doesn't wrap it up, he doesn't bandage it, he doesn't tell anybody about it. He just leaves it. And this is a Friday after school, mind you, so he's now Friday night, Saturday, Sunday. He hasn't come out of his room. His dick is a fucking monstrosity. Well, Monday morning rolls around. He gets to the bus stop and the other guys are there. And he wanders over and... Guys, I think I got a problem. I think I might have to go to the hospital. and he shows them what he's working with. Needless to say, a couple of them vomit, everybody freaks right the hell out, and they do take him to the hospital, as a good friend would. The doctor does what he can, pushes everything back in, and stitches it up. And this is high school, mind you, so it's been a number of years. At this point now, the scars have healed, everything looks, I'm not gonna say it looks good, but you know, it doesn't look like a Frankenstein. But now, to this day, whenever this man gets hard, he has a capital L. Now, just a follow-up question, because again, I tell this to everybody new at work. I always get asked this, well, Dave, how do you know what his dick looks like? Well, I'm gonna have to bring you back to a certain couple of Chi-Town episodes where Nick decided it would be great to ruin parties by streaking, and thus everybody saw his dick. It's on camera, it's on the internet. I'm pretty sure if you asked him, he'd just show it to you anyway, but that's neither here nor there. The point is, the man has a broken dick that turns into a capital L. And the lesson of this is that you should never, ever jerk off longboard style. You should use your fucking hand. You should never leave a grave injury for 2.5 days. You might as well just say three fucking days. If I cut myself, I would immediately take care of that. If I cut a finger off, I would immediately take care of that. If something bad happened to my dick, you damn well better be sure I'm screaming bloody murder and running to the hospital. That's the moral of the story, people. Don't be like Broke Dick Nick. Just go to the fucking hospital. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a sad, strange tale of Broke Dick Nick. And now that's done, how'd you like to hear another story? But no, it's a funny one. It's the story of how I gave my girlfriend UTI.
No.
No, UTI. It's urinary tract infection. It's gonna be good.